clip to tell all our viewers that we are healthcare professionals, nurses working for the NHS in England. We are not medical doctors. We're here to raise awareness of all non-communicable diseases. Example of them is diabetes, hypertension, the cancers, and all other health issues that we know are affecting our people. We are not here to prescribe. We are not here to diagnose. We're just here to tell people about some diseases so that when we tell them about the signs and symptoms, they'll be able to watch out for these signs and symptoms and go to their medical doctors or their healthcare providers. The videos we play are taken from YouTube, where everybody goes to look for information. They are not ours. So with this, I just want people to know that all we're doing here is raising awareness of these diseases, because not all of our people can go on YouTube and access the information. Thank you very much for watching us, and please continue to watch us, because you will learn how to take care of yourself, because health is wealth. Good evening, my family. Good evening. It's been a while, but until I know what's in the go on. The COVID situation, we all get with own challenges, especially with we jobs them. Now that make we not they come on as often as we want for come on. So I tell you now, good evening, all we viewers them, we past and present, and the new one the way they come, we welcome you all. For we Muslim families, we they wish you now all a good Ramadan, and we hope say the Ramadan will see we all through. And we go do what we supposed to do, inshallah. Today we dey talk about hypertension, where we dey call high blood pressure. This sick here, so we always dey talk about at this forum here, so because hypertension don't be sick where they kill people them where they not even know say they get them. Normally, people them where they na this side of the world, they go do checkups and go do stuff for make them able for know what's in their health status. But with people that are SALONE, some of them not get that opportunity they for make them do that kind of thing. They go check waiting do them or waiting get for happen to them. So we they do this health awareness over and over on VOS, because we care for we people that are SALONE, and we want for make them know waiting are the things the way they unbug them, where they cause them short life. And we want for continue for do this education here, so for make people that know how to take care of themselves. We always talk about non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases then are diseases that way you they get where not supposed to they transfer to you directly, like oh get this COVID where they say stay 2 meters away, or where you go get infection, like where the Ebola virus disease become, where you get in touch with somebody, you go get them. The non-communicable disease and a disease in the way you they get where sometimes are your lifestyle, sometimes you just don't inherit them because it can be heredity from your family. Either your mama and papa been get them, or yeah, you just get them because of your lifestyle. So now then non-communicable disease, and then they make people then at SALONE they perish, and we not get that kind of health education. If you not read me status I put on Facebook, I say we government get for try for me we get health education at the country, especially for the non-communicable disease here. So because when somebody get cholera, when you go hospital, they go tell you say wash your hand, disinfect yourself. If you picking your cholera, you dey see water, you wash your hand with soap. But then non-communicable disease here, so now disease where you not go able for just avoid like that. If you don't have your family, you go forget them if you not take care of yourself. So today I dey talk about hypertension because we don't lost 2 young people then inside these past 2 weeks. One a man, one a woman, one old 40, the other one old 33. This other one, it goes some side, it commode, it begin feel chest pains, na street then he die. The other one, in that we don't tell us say get this high blood pressure, but young people there, they're vibrant and they go up and down. You're not going to say anything that happen to you a very significant or something where you for take care of, because maybe you not even get the education. Because if you look at all the doctors that all over the world, they get very little time at their hand for me dem do something for dem patients dem. Where you go, by the time wey dey talk to dem say this thing na dey happen to me, they don diagnose you don, they don do you prescription don, they don give you don go. You know they left, you know they sit down, they let them tell you say, okay, I dey prescribe this medicine for you. Now this and this and this you supposed for do for let you this medicine work for you. You know they get any education for that day. So now you they go along the way, you they teach yourself how for live with this kind thing here. So people that they get brain hemorrhage, what they call intracerebral hemorrhage, then when you get that day, you can you possibly go hospital. We hospital they not get that kind of equipment there for me they able for do that kind of surgery then day. Because brain surgery not so way somebody in football where they go fix. Now a very delicate surgery. So when they get young people in a salon where they get that kind of thing there, then they fall down, then die. We they see some they suffer heart attack. So what's it make we they get all this for them with young people here? So now because the education not there, they will not say they don't diagnose them with any kind NCDs, whether not hypertension, whether not diabetes, but they don't know. They don't know really what it mean. Because some people then they will go tell you say, oh, they don't tell me say I get hypertension, but I not really think say I get them because I know they get this, I know they get it. They'll go know the symptoms the way they feel say now no more than forget we go make them know say na hypertension then get. So we need, like what they say, we need with government for make health education something when a countrywide thing. Some side and then a salon where the education system poor, so the healthcare self poor. But with the pray say somebody go come, we go get with people that are hearts for their health. Because if you get a healthy nation, you will get a healthy youth, you will get healthy people that where you for govern. But if you not get healthy people that everybody's sick, waiting at you, whether that you they take care of now sick people them, we're not going able to do anything for you. So hypertension, now sick way we they get because we blood pressure high. So waiting at this blood pressure we high. Blood pressure they high because of your lifestyle. Sometimes in there you born with them, but really now sick way bad. It will lead to stroke. It will lead to paralysis. Sunday there you go bleed now your brain. You lost your speech. You go die. So lots of things and then what we need for do. Like what they say, we don't talk about this every day, but waiting really, we need things that we for jog the people their memory. We need things that like big billboards that are junction them. Instead of we they get just the politicians and face now them big junction there. Maybe we put somebody in picture there where they suffer heart attack, where how it they feel, like we get pictures and now somebody they feel suffer heart attack where in chest they tight, they put belts around that person they in chest, how the chest they tight. We get a kind of billboard the way every day person sit down there, he go no. Say there's this sick day. If I begin feel like this, I know what for do. But again, because we people that not get the kind of education where they need, always you go yagi and say this person don't go sleep overnight, so don't clean today, it don't die. Waiting that they attribute to now which gun. I even talked to Mrs. Elizabeth Conte when I've been the head of Touchpa. He just come on in village a couple of days ago. They go talk about this same thing. Because first they say people in a village you know get hypertension because then they do exercise, then they do the farm work. But now the sick the way they not there for person way young, you know there for person way old, you know there for person when a city no more. They even with people that are the suburbs then they suffer all this. So now make we raise this awareness, say hypertension, sometimes are your lifestyle, sometimes you don't inherit them from your family member, or sometimes it just comes to you because now sick. Sometimes you get other underlying problems that other sick they will go do all this other sick come to you. So hypertension very bad. It they make your blood pressure they high. Waiting to your blood pressure they high. If you arteries them, the arteries them are the vein where you blood they pass through. If they want and they don't block with fat or bad fats or plaque, something they call plaque, if you don't full up inside you arteries then, the blood not they able for flow truly for go to your heart. So your heart now they struggle for they pump this blood because you arteries they all don't block. Now they cause this high blood pressure, whether they call hypertension as well. So Wetin dey make we dey get this? People that wey dey eat just junk food, like even we wey dey abroad, you dey eat so chips, you dey eat so oil, thing that wey very fattening. You get bad fat, you get good fat. If you na the bad fat normal you dey eat, you go get forget this kind sick here. So if you have the struggle for pump this blood, then your blood pressure get for go up. And when go up, some people no dey get no symptoms, so they want forget stroke, or when they want forget hemorrhage, then are bleeding in your head, or even if you want forget heart attack. Some people that don't get any symptoms, it can just happen to them suddenly. But people that don't know themselves, even persistent headache, you dey 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you head just dey hurt you, you need for go seek medical advice. And the sad thing about all this, when people that they suffer from hypertension or diabetes, when they go to the hospitals, they don't get anything when they do for them. Now the most sad part again pan this, because if somebody don't get bleeding in brain, they don't go hospital. How they go do operation for me and correct that thing that will not happen to her? The doctors are going to tell you, say we not get equipment for make we do this surgery. Yeah, so that person there now in your life now don't done so. We don't see young people that they die just because of that day. We not get equipment and we hospital them. So I appeal to every one of we waiting at the diaspora. If only we can come together. If only we go get a very good diagnostic hospital and SALONE, where if you go, you say, me chest, for the past 2 weeks, I get headache. Or for the past 1 week, I get headache. But that's how they feel. You get somebody who will go do you diagnosis for you and say you waiting will happen if they treat you or they not treat you. But we not get that. When they get young people that when they get this kind of sick care, they go hospital, they tell them, say, well, we don't go do scan. Yeah, the scan day, we don't go do scan, we don't see say the person here, so it they bleed in head. But we not get equipment for do waiting is supposed for do. We supposed for do for her. Then they're very, very sad for people that are SALONE. It's very sad for we country, we get everything. We small country where we not even reach 8 million. We get everything, but we not get hospital. Where somebody go with that kind of emergency, they will go able for treat them. So now we could appeal to the government, to the people that were at the big one, and more the health ministry. Let them do lots of health education. I know say the Ministry of Health gets health education department, but maybe they sell the hand tied because of materials. So what would they do now for talk to with people there? So the last van boy now the village is supposed for know waiting he get for do for take care of himself. He get for know say hypertension day, he get for know say diabetes day, he get for know say sick day where they affect your lungs, they get for know say the cancer then day, they get for know all them thing and day. Because hypertension, diabetes, then lung cancer, even the woman, the young cancer, them where they above the bobby, where go above the woman part, all that men are thing that way if they know quick, they will able for treat you. Now this will they always say, if you know say something don't happen to you quick, you yourself as a human being, as an adult, very responsible for your own health, you will able for take care of that day. But with the appeal to the government, me I the appeal to the government personally, say let them make billboards them for we talk about diabetes, talk about hypertension, talk about people that will talk about things that way people that way they smoke. If they see how they go afraid, although not so that they go make them stop, but let them know say anytime when they like that cigarette, something go tell them say what you they do wrong. Like here so now this country, you they see cigarette packets, then do up and deposit way in throat, all don't rotting because you don't get throat cancer just because it is smoke. But people then still go look at that picture they pan the cigarette packet and still go buy. But you as a establishment, you as a government, you try and put the one and they out there. So you know say you they do but the people they know they listen. That's why nobody know they blame you. But we not get health education at all. Even the schools them, we need for reintroduce health education from primary school to even the universities. Because we don't get young people the way they die from them silent killers, they are from their non-communicable disease here, but they don't know anything. Even the big people that will know something, they don't tell them say they get hypertension. They're not going to do anything about it. You get diabetes, they're not going to do anything about it. They say you don't get something for do with your lungs, they're not going to do anything but about. If you don't do the necessary advertisement where you know say if they see them, it will always jog their memory, say wait till they do so not right. Then you get for do that and this. So nobody not go blame me, say, oh, Papa government not do this. But every day we dey talk this, but nothing that they say for happen. We get hospital that were very expensive na SALONE, but if something happen to you when an emergency, you know they even get anything for me and do for you because they're not get the equipment. Then how you go get a whole hospital and we get doctors and we get surgeon and they're not going to do anything if somebody don't get a brain hemorrhage, they're not able to do anything for that person. They when if now this side of the world, then get people that will go able to do that. And so we they pray let God send them kind people and they for with people that are SALONE. Because now not so just the old people that they die. The old people then they see the chronic panem, but they're able for live. We young one them, now then they die right now. So we really heartbreaking. So now that we they talk about today, say hypertension, now a silent killer. And if you know, say the doctor you say you get hypertension, not stop for take your medication. Stress now one thing this way they make we they get so much lots of people then they suffer high blood pressure because of stress and they're not able for handle that stress they get to them. So you get for know if you get stress, talk to somebody. Waiting at the stress, try you make you take care of them. Because the stress, if you not take care of them, it will give you lots of problems, not only hypertension, but who sick the way they can to you. Now when you stress, you know they eat better, you know they sleep better, your immune system go down, then you able to get that sick the way been there just for can to you. But if your immune system good, your stress level you able for manage and properly, you go able for tackle anything where they can to you. So if they don't tell you say you get hypertension, do ya? You therefore eat healthy. When we dey talk about exercise, we not really get people that are SALONE way obese. When I say obese, people that weigh really fat. But again, people that they weigh fat, but they not get hypertension, they not get diabetes. People that they weigh skinny, you go see them body that you feel say they're healthy, but then they carry the hypertension and then they carry the diabetes. So it not just tamper the body. People then they like what I say, they get body, but they're healthy. Now the weight no more. So stress now one thing where they make you they get so much problems then with your health. Stress na part of your life. Nobody na the way go say you not get stress. Na part of your life. You go na your job, you dey get stress. You can't now you host. If you begin and not stress you, your man go stress you. If your man not stress you, the woman go stress you. So it they are part of your life, but we need to get strategies where we they put in place for let us stress you so not kill we. Because everybody gets her. You married, you single, you not man, you not woman, everybody gets stress. So stress are one thing where they make people that they get this hypertension. Coming again to diabetes. The same thing with hypertension. People that they go tell and say they get diabetes. They know say they get diabetes. They get so food sorted and so don't get caught. They know they go hospital for men that cut. They go look that food there. Before they go hospital, they go say now somebody don't put medicine for them. They don't step on that medicine there. They go deep and then they say that food they rotting. By the time they make appeal for them they get help or they go hospital, then they die because the food's don't rotting, it don't gangrene, it don't blood circulation, blood not they go there again, the food don't die. Now that the person self they die. So in other words, we self need for responsible for we own health as adults. You need for be responsible for your health. So today they talk about high blood pressure, the silent killer. This hypertension, yeah, it don't kill so many people there. It don't have so many people then disabled. Somebody there, it go suffer from high blood pressure, it go get hemorrhage or intracerebral hemorrhage in the head. It not go die, but if they get paralysis, maybe on the left side, on the hand, in right hand side, then it lost his speech. When lost his speech, he not go talk again. Another worker, in hand don't die, in foot don't die. Some people that get lucky when they can get the stroke. When they get stroke, then they die one time. So they know they live with any struggle. Some people that they know they die, their hand they die, their foot they die, they lost their speech, they're not able for worker, they not get money for go say, then they go do physiotherapy for let them bring them that hand and that foot they don't die back to life. They're not able for do that day. So they just a little one place now, other bad thing they happen to them, they become a liability or a burden for them people then picking them and family members then. So do your hypertension, not a silent killer. If you don't say they don't diagnose you with do your watch yourself. Watch what you they eat. If you they smoke, stop for smoke. If you drink alcohol, Too much, you stop am, you drink in moderation. But for cigarette, like you say, let you left the cigarette patapata, let you not smoke, because when you smoke, all the cigar wey dey smoke, the tar dey damage your arteries, and then all that dey make the hypertension, you no dey able for control am. The other thing again, medication. If they don say you get hypertension, na sick this way, you no go able for manage without medicine. You no for drink your medicine. I remember when I can go SALONE, where they do me outreach. People that they come to me, they can sit down to me, they cry to me, wetin dey happen to them. I go ask them first, you say they don't put you on medication for diabetes, you say yes, and hypertension, you get that 2 days, you say yes. You take your medicine this morning before you come to me? No. What did you not take out? Oh, the already doctor be marked for me, I been 10. I be done for drink am, it done. So let me educate you people and say, when you get hypertension, na sick way, if you're not able for stop am, you not for stop the medicine. Because if you stop your hypertension medicine, you high blood pressure medicine, if you stop them, you go damage your eyes them, you go damage even your kidney. We dey always talk about this. Your kidneys then, and then they pull all the bad thing out your body, the toxins in your body. Now your kidneys then, and then they eliminate them from your system. If your kidney don't die because you get diabetes or you get hypertension, you're not able to take care of the medication, you're not able to take the medication how you supposed to take them. If you get kidney failure, it go bad for you, or you get chronic kidney disease, it go bad for you, because at the thing and the way hypertension they bring cancer to you. So not stop your medicine until your doctor tell you, say, I will put you on 10 milligrams of this medicine, I get for reduce them for you. You know they stop for taker. If you stop for taker, other things that then are your body where you go ambog. And you go for the try, let you measure your blood pressure. Always measure them and tell your doctor waiting at the reading. If he high too much, he go tell you, say he high. If he low back, he go tell you. But if they don't diagnose you with any sick, whatever, if they don't diagnose you with that sick day, what do they do? Doing the medicine. Like when I talk about medication, we get medication in SALONE as substandard. We get the one where they come on our country, they like, yeah, na England, medicine the way they come on America, medicine the way they come on maybe Germany. We know say na medicine the way good. But then there. Then you get the other one the way we go say na substandard one them, where they're not good and they're not there reach the one way they come on like England. But if you know somebody where can afford them, buy the medicine way good, let you take them. Because once they don't diagnose you or they don't tell you say you get this sick here, you need for take the medication. Not so which God then go fire you with. So if they don't tell you say you get hypertension, you know they take your medicine. If you get stroke, you don't want place that they do all thing, na they poo poo, na they peace, na they. If you don't become a burden to you people, they're not so which gun down there. Now you self don't kill yourself. So medication back is very, very important. If they tell you say you get any sick, try make you get the medicine for them. I know say it's easy for me for say, because yeah, they go give you medicine, you go pay for it, but they get you good medicine. Then the food choices again. Somebody will get hypertension, you're not supposed for the eat boku thing and back will go make it get too much fat back inside in blood. Because if your arteries are full up with the fat, for let the blood pass, it's very difficult. Now that make you they get the high blood pressure in the first place. So what they try you avoid this food that will get too much oil or fat. Too much of them not good. Anything, like what we always say at this program, anything where they eat it in moderation. Even we say for they are so we get food then now way, then they genetically modify. They don't pull up from a natural form, then they do. And this food then some people can say they're good for we, some people can say they're not good for we. But if you eat it in small quantities, maybe you know hamburger you like where you go sit down, you eat all. And we will gladly when we come out Africa, we get with African food the way they eat. You go eat your cassava leaf, you go eat your potato leaf, you go eat your crane. But when the one they will not get nothing for it, pass this beef, pass the chicken, where they don't inject them or they don't give them medicine for let them big. As you they eat and so you said that medicine they now your body now, so you said they big. So medication back is very, very important where they diagnose you with any sick. any sick you need for make you able for do that day. What is the last solution to this problem? Well, really, the last solution to this problem, like what they say, if they don't diagnose you with diabetes or any kind sick, today we talk about hypertension, but I keep bringing diabetes in because and then two then they work together. But people that way you see that they can get hypertension and get diabetes at the same time. The solution to this is for when we're able to take care of ourselves as a human being. Then if you don't get the sick, what did they tell you for do you do them? If your doctor not able for put you yourself and talk to you that way, you find possible to tell you say you got this hypertension and at this and this and this it will do to you. The complications, the risk factors, and what it will do to you. You get for know that day. But the solution really now for me we prevent we safe because prevention is better than cure. Somebody is just asking what the last solution to this problem is because we are talking about hypertension as a silent killer. What we need to do is to prevent ourselves from getting this problem. I think that's the one thing we can do if we can. This person says, I am very, very experienced critical care nurse in the United States. Every time I visit SALONE, I get so bad, so sad. I work in neurological critical care and I agree with you. We need education. Thank you very much, Amara Momo. We need education because if we educate our people, maybe they will be able to prevent themselves because prevention is better than cure. If you prevent yourself, where I be the talking, so I say we not really need for like talk about boku people that doing exercise because we don't have that much obese people in Sierra Leone. You don't see everybody gets in moderate size, but then they carry all kinds sick because most of them they work, most of them they waka, they don't get money for. We need electricity and water supply to enhance healthcare in our country. That's very right. Electricity na one thing, water supply na one thing, where if any country not getting two things and they how you citizens are going to live healthy. Now that's the problem. So we all also come online. I'm not a politician, I don't have anything about politics, but I always say the government need that. Because if you look at places like US and UK, me they talk more about UK. UK, once you did it, you get anything where they above you, they will help you. Once you come out, you talk. Although people that see that the way they die from their disease and they because they're not open up, because then they hide them, they still get that mentality say whatever happens to them over here, it's something they've done to them from back home. People that still get that mentality they but the most important thing like what they say where this man say is now for prevent yourself. People would want to help Sierra Leone, but politicians are eating the monies for upkeep of the country. So, yes, Mr. Alusan Sankara, what you say back not true. Now make they say, if we get health education, we can health education back inside SALONE. The one that we don't know, they will know. When me they go SALONE, they go to schools there because I was a trained and qualified teacher before I came to UK and became a nurse. Where I go SALONE, I they go to schools them. Now from then picking and then at the schools I they begin talk to about diabetes, about hypertension. And they even tell the picking and say, oh, when I go home, when I go tell una mommy, then say, not too much salt, mommy. Too much salt they had in your arteries them and you go get hypertension. Not too much sugar, not too much carbohydrate foods like this white rice. Mama today don't know eat white rice. Go buy that white rice for me because this white rice that's also starch. If we eat this every time, we not the exercise it go make we go get diabetes or it go put you at risk of suffering from diabetes. So now that's what they do. But really, I'm not a politician, but I could say I dey afraid sometimes for talk because I know other person say I dey bash the government or something. But when they say the government need for do so much about health education. Send and go back na the schools then. Get community outreach. We get so much NGOs and we get so many people that will get passion for go to SALONE for go help. But when you go, even when you go for say, let I go na the place now, so let I go do a teaching for people that for know about this and that. They go tell you say what you bring, waiting are you purpose, waiting are this when you go for go help. They always they stand in your way. Your information is more realistic and more neat than the whole preachers we have in that country. Thank you. So that's SALONE first. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is what we do. This is what I do, and this is what VOS do. we just want for educate with people in a salon. Hypertension, in the past 3 weeks, 2 pikin, small one there, 33, 40. Huh? The that then in Chelsea cry with it just for that I know if you reach 9 hours. The other one he gets intracerebral hemorrhage. They go hospital, they say they not get equipment for do operation. That was him. He don't die. Must speak more about the open toes. Is diabetes the cause or hyper? Okay, I will talk about that. Yeah, okay. Well, today we really want for concentrating on hypertension, but when you don't bring this question about open toes, diabetes is the cause or hyper. When you have diabetes, you toes there, you peripherals are then are the most important thing. If you cut yourself now that you peripheral, if you not get sensation there, let's say you circulation don't pour, blood not the flow go now that you toe there anymore. If you won't now that you toe there, you're not able for feel. So now so the foot go there, they say it turn gangrene. When it turn gangrene, you go see it don't black, it don't die. So if they not go cut that dead toe there, now so the infection will continue. Say you will end up lose that your foot there. Couple of months ago, somebody when have been just a toe above pana, you know, do anything. If he say that somebody don't put medicine for away, don't jump, he keep that foot, they say in last 2 weeks for leave, now begin ask for help. The crowd go hospital, they say for amputate, and the cause that they make arrangement for amputate, in August then fail, he die. So when you told that the most important thing again for check if you diabetic, always see if you get sensation at your foot if you diabetic. And if you always hyperglycemic, that means if you always get high blood sugar, any so food where you get not go well. So you get for put that hyperglycemia in control, or the high blood sugar levels, you got to put that into control first before that so foods they go well. I hope that they answer your question. Thank you all for coming on board, and I appreciate the questions. Let me discuss, because salon with people that are too sorry. Eat plant-based food like cassava leaf, exercise every day, do not gain weight, do not smoke, drink moderately. That's the key words. Eat you plant-based foods. But now we all we all guilty of this one. They go salon, they get baked beans, where they take mayonnaise, we're full of fat and sugar and salt, where they give people them and they gain weight, you know. So we need for tell people that say the plant-based food the way that they eat, and let them work at the kaki. Always say if you don't you building, you want to go St. John. Just work and not take keke, not take Okada, not take taxi. Just work at that sweat where they sweat. It will help you a bit so that you will control your weight. Then cigarette smoking, and they always talk and say cigarette smoking very, very important. Hi Josephine, how are you? So it always important for let we teach people that now this how they say we need billboards then at salon where they talk about the dangers of cigarette smoking, how it dangerous to your health. But hey, would I go do them? Because everybody will tell you to hand it into the cigarette trade. So if you tell them, say let them know sell cigarettes, now they your business you they pour. It everywhere, even here you get companies there where they support governments for do something. If you say this person and they produce this, if he hand in a government, they're not going to able to do anything for make let people then be discouraged from that. But cigarette smoking, alcohol consumption, I think the way we need for talk to people there about. If you're hypertensive, you they drink too much, you just bring more trouble on yourself. If you're diabetic, you they drink more. It just that yeast and sugar where they inside any alcohol where you drink, I just bring you blood sugar count up, then you get so food you not go well, like when that person asks for that too. So we need to be very, very careful. So today when they talk about hypertension as a silent killer, like whether they call the hypertension, the diabetes, and saying as silent killers. Today when they talk about hypertension, what do I choose hypertension today? Now because we they get young people the way they die in a salon. So now feel because you're young, you're between the ages of 25 and 40, you say nothing not go do you know. So I tell you, if you get family history of hypertension, you don't know. You get family history of diabetes, you don't know. So let we always try for educate ourselves, know about certain things. Then if you head hurt you continuously, you know they stop. No say something wrong. because you know the pass every day say me head the heart, me head the heart. If you head heart you continuously na something, you better self heart you always na something. So anything happen to you more than one time, too many times, you need for go and ask wetin wrong with you. We know say people dem na SALONE they just go say now go do me blood test but I see wetin wrong with me. But now when una dey get all this education from we for free, una need for do that and they make I go back this month I don't get small bonus, let I go na hospital, let the doctor, let me doctor go send me, let I go do blood test. If me sugar level okay, if me diabetes okay. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Celia. Thank you too, Celia. God bless you too. So make I go get small, let I get 200,000, but do you make I go to me doctor, let send me, let I go look how me blood sugar day, how me, let her go test me hypertension, but if I get hypertension, me blood sugar, if me if I get high blood pressure or I not get her, make I do something. We need for take care of we because if we say government they do anything for we, they're not they do anything for we. But if any government official sick, then they fly with after England, it go China, it go Japan, it go America. But when will people then sick, who side them they go? Then they go no side. Now then they left them perish. We got doctors there, they not got equipment for do procedures for we. So now I make we want for let the government put my health education. If anybody there where they listen to me, may them all put what say health education for comeback. Let me talk about the silent killers. Let me talk about things that were very paramount to the people there. Like when somebody said this no water and electricity. Let people that invest in solar. If you invest in solar, like the country self for that improve. If they say they invest in solar, instead of every day with lights they go, solar a natural thing where God don't give you and the equipment no more forget. Any country where invest in solar, in people that go live fine, solar and water supply, if that day, if I wait to do the car England, America, would they get stuck there? Because you open you tap, water they come on, you switch your light on, light day. We don't dey abroad for more than nearly 3 decades. For where we dey England, I want to say I see lights go, and that be a major thing will happen for half an hour. But that day we know wetin that day mean that any whether lights they go. But with people that are SALONE or Africa, I say, oh, but SALONE more we they talk about because now they concern we. Then don't they some people they don't born inside darkness, say they don't reach teenage years, then still they in darkness, which is not really nice. That's just infringement of their human right. You know there water supply. You they see people that they work out, they go 1 mile, they go 4 mile, they go so many places for me to get water. Even the pure drinking water no day. You get so many people where they suffer because of that. And all that then I think they impinge on you health. If you not get electricity, you not get good water supply, it they tell on you health. So we they appeal for proper government. Me, what I they try for say let them bring health education back, because if you do health education, all this thing about water, about importance of being just suicide nice will mean a lot to everybody. Let we teach you picking them from the beginning, we see them for no. Let we not teach them say yeah, darkness okay, or for work at 5 miles go get water, if fine. Enough fine. Make we try for do that day. On that note, I go just want to take a little break for make we listen to a short advert and then we go come back. Una bring you una questions, una come make we discuss wetin we for do, wetin are the way forward. Now the appeal that's why I make to on Facebook. Wetin are the way forward. We don't talk this year in, year out, but nothing they happen. You know, I see no health adverts na any billboard na the capital free time. For say hypertension kills, or if you have heart attack, this is what you should do, or if you've been diagnosed with diabetes, this is what you should do. Talk about healthy eating, talk about exercise, talk about things that were important, avoid smoking. Yeah, where are they free time? About a year ago, we been get something where we do this campaign for let us stop the cigarette business. We go parliament and all, nothing came out of that because nobody is interested. Let them smoke themselves to death, nobody care. Let them drink themselves to death, nobody cares. Let them get all the NCDs, we don't care. Because at the end of the day, if I get hypertension, I get stroke, they go fly me go abroad, I go pay a private hospital, I go there then do physio to me until I well. Then if I get diabetes, I go then maybe they go give me insulin pump. I get thousands of dollars for pay or pounds for pay. They will fix me insulin pump. or if me picking sick, I go fly and I go do something. We people them, the masses, they're not get that kind of opportunity. They for even get them 3 square meals is very hard for them. I'm not gonna say now for even people and then as I look for even by the proper paracetamol, it's difficult for them. So on that note, I just want for take a break, and after the adverts we go come back. Una tune in, tell you una story, wetin una don't go through, and wetin diabetes or wetin hypertension don't do for una family, una don't loss and all that. Thank you very much.
Why do a website when you can create an app for your business for free? Yes, with TAV App Maker, you can make an app as easy as pie. It only takes a few minutes. Simply choose a design template you like, add the features you want, and once you are happy with the results, publish it to Google Play and Apple Store. So your clients can download your app. Go to tavappmaker.com and create your free app today.
Cottontree Pharmacy is your new trusted provider of pharmacy services in Sierra Leone. You can count on Cottontree Pharmacy for genuine quality brand name and generic medicines. Guaranteed refills for prescriptions issued by doctors in Sierra Leone or abroad. Door-to-door medication delivery service in Freetown and beyond. Free health education. Have you heard about our Diaspora Medicine Connect? With Cottontree Pharmacy's Diaspora Medicine Connect, anyone can pay for your prescription online. Bring your prescription to 17 Pademba Road. Collect an invoice. Send your invoice to your sponsor in the diaspora. Your sponsor pays for your prescription online. We deliver your medication to you. For quality prescription and medications, visit Cottontree Pharmacy at 17 Pademba Road in Freetown. Have questions? Call our pharmacist on WhatsApp at 030-611-664 or visit our website at www.cottontreemedicalgroup.com. Come to Cottontree Pharmacy. We are ready to fill your next prescription.
Thank you. Una all welcome for joining and make una comments, and then we all put hands together and we heads together for when we do this, because I don't know for other countries, but we on Voice of Salone Network, we try for raise as much awareness of the non-communicable disease here. So because every other country, I know say they get very good health education in place where we be the teach, we be get health education, we be get PE where the begin and they go that PE day. If you look at now, this is where they go for let them learn for exercise, let them learn for be free spirited and all that. So when you get, what about if you lose your voice? I don't quite understand when you say what about if you lose your voice, Celia. If you lose your voice, it can be say you get cold. You know, most people they lose their voice when they get cold, but you go take then syrup that we go make you voice come back. I don't really understand. Maybe you make her a more clearer. Is eating the wrong foods be the only cause of hyper, or can the toxic waste environment that the person live in contribute? That's from SALONE first. Well, eating the wrong foods can cause it not so like I think say they talk in terms of diabetes here. When you say is eating the wrong foods the only cause for hyper, or can the toxic wasteful environment that the person lives in contribute? You see, when it comes to toxic living environment, you look at people the way they burn when they burn that dirty day in day out, and they burn that dirty for just reduce the pile of the dirty, you know, that they burn at people that they inside they want, and they if you take all the people that way they live in that bomb, you go do lung capacity tests on them, maybe most of them get lung problems because then they breathe in that toxic waste day, and then they smoke on top of that. So God only knows. People then they will go sleep na next until they get attack, they die and go say nah which gone. So again, your environment can play a very role in you in your health. Like I mentioned, then people na bomb away every day that smoke dey. Even you wey dey drive, if you pass there with your car window down, the fume wey dey car inside your car, you go hold your nose. I know say na people the way they live there. So your environment na one thing where they get a great impact on your health. If you dey live na a filthy environment, soil get puddles, rain dey put dirty dey, they no dey clear the dirty. Wetin dey happen? Mosquitoes and they breed there. That area there you go see, if you go do a survey there, you go see say lots of people get malaria. If they not a place where very filthy, they not they clean the environment, they pack dirty, mosquitoes and they breed, or puddles and they where rain come, the rain they sit on there, or people they just they throw away dirty anyhow. So your environment, yes, indeed, it plays a very vital role in your health, your overall well-being. Then when you talk about hyper, yes, like the food, if they don't say you got diabetes, you do at risk of suffering from hyperglycemia, that is the high sugar levels that you blood. Yes, if you eat sugary foods, if you not control your diet, you just eat anything where you want for eat, you blood sugar go up, you go into a hyperglycemic state. So say you even go into a diabetes coma. But I think so with the left down there for next week, where I go on for can talk a bit again about that. Thank you very much. I love this show. Thank you, Amara Mama. Please contribute, ask questions, give your own opinion. At that day we did for, and these are for people that are SALONE, for let them know say we dey out here, but we remember them. Because at the end of the day, we say we dey grow old and we get for go day. If we don't meet good health care, not so all say you go run for car England because you don't need it for 30 years, you dey run car for can do medical. You go tire one day, you go old for travel. So we want to go and meet a structured healthcare service where if we go, we say go still benefit from them. But it's very sad the way things they go now. Young people they die, old people they die just because of lack of knowledge. Anything else, if you know the knowledge about them, they will make you perish. So I'm glad for now that joining. I thank una and una always come and make we talk about this thing. Can consuming too much palm oil contribute to hypertension in the long run? Yeah, like what would they say no more? We get bad fats, we get good fats. So me personally, because lots of research they go on, they go tell you say palm oil good, they go tell you say coconut oil good, but everything where you eat in your life, eat it in moderation. Rare safe if you eat too much, you go colic. So then why they eat lots of palm oil, what the fats they do for them? When it go inside them, it they go clog the arteries outside the blood they flow. When the arteries they don't block, the blood not they flow as it's supposed to flow freely, then you have to begin struggle for make you pump this blood. Then you go get the aneurysm, where they call the one condition they call aneurysm. What thing they cause down the where the arteries they don't block, then see where don't block the arteries and now they break away, they begin fall, then begin work inside your blood, say they go block some side. Then you get if the platelets, they call them platelets, if you waka, it come outside on it fall off the artery wall, outside don't block it waka. If you go inside your heart, you go get blockage there. You see? So if the blockage not kill you, that side of your heart therefore die because circulation not they reach there because that small thing like pinhead or a blood clot don't form, it don't go block that side for you. So too much fat back not good. People that really suffer from cholesterol because they eat too much peanut and they eat too much oil, then bad fat, they will suffer from cholesterol. And if you suffer from cholesterol, you do at the risk of suffering from the hypertension and even the diabetes. You see, because diabetes is a sickness of the nerves where if your nerves are all blocked, blood not they flow fine. Then if you're diabetic, the blood not they flow go to you eye them, it cover with glucose, you go blind. If blood not they flow fine to your foot them, to your peripherals, so now you toes them, you got blockage there, the toe go die. It gangrene, it die, it begin infect the rest of your body. So too much palm oil not fine. Really, then I will tell you say it not fine because too much of one thing they say is good for nothing. That's what the weight man say. And anything where you do in moderation, it not go kill you. But if you overdo them, it go kill you. Coming back to what we talk about alcohol, everybody gets in your own body. You know how in your body they tolerate something like alcohol or even food. You need for eat food where just right for you. And you for do mindful eating. Some people then they eat, then they watch TV. So that they make you eat more, you not even know say you they eat. So if for do mindful eating, we know say people then they now with their well to do na salon, then get a TV, then they drive go work, then drive come, then wife give them food, or the man serve their wife the food, then sit down and eat, then they watch TV, go full up that plate there with food, you eat and done. You not even realize say, oh, this place I be full up with boku boku just I don't eat. It not even clock to me brain say I don't eat. That means you don't eat more, even you don't realize that you don't eat. Then you go hungry back because you don't do mindful eating. So now down the back I go encourage people for do. If you get diabetes, you get hypertension, do mindful eating. Is there any treatment for a stroke patient who loses his or her speech? That again a very tricky one. Is there any treatment for a stroke patient who loses his or her speech? Now, SALONE, no. But now the diaspora, you there England, you there America, you there MSA with a good healthcare system, Rugia. So thank you for coming in. If you then at this side of the world, you go get speech therapists, then they will go begin teach you like when they teach people we get speech problem. But like what I tell you, say them people that will die recently, the first way happened to them is suffer intracerebral hemorrhage. The first way happened to them in speech loss. So they even talk to a family for saying that this they hurt me, or that this they hurt me, or that this do me, or how I feel moments before I go into this state. You're not even able for say that. So you're not even able for communicate anymore. And because the damage done be, and they're not them no procedures they then go do for them for open a head and do something, that's how it perish. You see, so over here they go, even the stroke, if they catch you in time, then they can go to the stroke units, they got the gadgets they will go use, fees will go step in after some time. You don't see the person who suffer stroke, it go waka, in speech go come back, although it will be difficult, but it will still able for communicate. So over here, now the diaspora is fine. But out salon, easy. Maraba, thank you for the info. Oh, you thanking me for the information. Well done. Thank you for tuning in. That's my niece, Myra Badge. Thank you for tuning in. I know Sabi Myra Konima. Yes, that's a good advice. Set meal times. Thank you, Connie, Myra. Yeah, so we have to do mindful eating. What time next week? Next week, Celia, same 6 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock SALONE time, and then 1 o'clock Eastern time. That's America. Yeah, so tune in. I will try my best to come back next week with something very similar to what we're talking about right now, because these are things that I know are dear to everybody who get family in a salon. Like when we can say, me, I don't get mama in a salon, I don't get papa in a salon, I don't get uncle, I don't get auntie, all the people that don't die. But I get my cousin and everybody in the diaspora, I get person in a salon. So say why they talk so, somebody in mama they listen, somebody in uncle they listen, somebody in granny they listen. Because like this we need for, do not because we not get big people, then now we go left other people there for perish. Because lack of knowledge go always make love with people then perish. If you get sickness, you don't know what's in at this sick. You don't know the complications. You don't know the risk factors that what's go make you get up. It's very bad. So if we able for begin educate with people that say hypertension and so it will do you. When you tell the person that the way they tell us say hypertension, it will do something because you know one die. If you tell person say you get this chronic lung problem, you tell her say stop for smoke. You tell her waiting that cigarette they do to them. Everybody want for leave, and every adult who don't born pikin, where they do small thing for himself. If you tell her about death, it go think twice. It go change in risk if you want for leave. But if you don't know, ignorance, you're not able to do anything to that day. So now that day we raise this awareness of them years. So I'm really benefiting from this presentation. Abdul S. Content. Thank you, Abdul. Tune in every time. We'll put the little poster or flyer on Facebook. You guys are welcome to tune in. And we appreciate you, because if you're not there, who would you be talking to? You will learn, and whatever you're learning, you just pass it on to people. You go to Sierra Leone, do your little thing you can do. So yeah, today they talk about hypertension. The left part of the brain controls speech. A stroke on that side cause loss of speech. Now Amara Momo they tell we say the left part of we brain now they control with speech. And the stroke that affects the left side, always you speech go. Now make you can see people that get stroke on the left side, their mouth they bend, their hand go die, their foot go die, they're not go able for talk to you anymore. But on this side, like probably they say, if you get good intervention, they start quick, you will see able for communicate with your people there, even if not 100%. But if now Africa that they do you in the first place when somebody suffer stroke in the middle of the street, na SALONE, nobody not able to do anything for you. Pass the whole phone for video you, how you lead on, how you be the gas for breath, how you been the suffer. Instead of in they say, hey, let me make this person comfortable. People that not even know waiting for do for a basic basic intervention where they for do in a crisis. Like something where you go do for support that person there until help come. If help there for come. I don't know how long ambulance they take for come. If you call and say, look, this person just collapse. It does suffer breathe. Waiting for do like where they go teach you say you meet a casualty. You look if no danger no day. You look at if they breathe. If you not they breathe again, call for help. What you go do? Start for do chest compressions so that somebody else go call ambulance. The ambulance can when I say this person go na any facility where they go help her. But when you use that facility, the first thing is would that family where the money we not go see them. So then they go let the delay. They say the person say until will not be even supposed for killer go kill him. So if only people that even know about basic life support when somebody have an attack, yeah, 90% of stroke is caused by hypertension. Thank you very much, Amara Momo. Now this how they say hypertension, the stroke where you they get now from hypertension, although you can get diabetic stroke as well, big time your stress level elevates your blood pressure. Of course, I said 2 days alone. Now we all for learn how to manage with stress, because if you stress, you get high blood pressure, you just lead yourself to your death. So not let anybody stress you to the level where your blood pressure will go up. Anything where they stress you that much, just tell and say this stress I get for stop. If you not stop, may they move away. Because now your life they put in danger if you allow people that for stress you to the extent that your blood pressure go rise, you go begin feel pain now you head, the back of your neck, you go begin feel pain. Then a classic sign say you dey under a lot of stress, you show that if you touch it, so it tense. If you get all down there, just walk away from whatever is stressing you at that moment. Mama, I'm getting you live from McKinney. Oh, Abdul, thank you. I think we've met before when I went to do the workshop. Thank you. God bless you too, my dear. When I encourage people that they listen and they learn from this, because education are the key and prevention is better than cure. We want for let people that know. Auntie, you did a good job. Thank you, Mara. Thank you. It's for all of us. You should join me in doing this. I've told you so many times. Yeah, so when they talk about the ambulance gets for go put petrol first before they can take the victim. That's so funny. I said to yeah, but that's just it. Maybe even the driver don't left his phones on side and they call stuff not go able for answer or whoever then at the call center. So these are the things in Sierra Leone. Like right now, because like UK, they so don't know say this stroke they about people in our streets. You don't see big supermarkets and like Sainsbury's, the Tesco's, they all get defibrillators now they in place. All you need is when you pick up the receiver, you get the code, you release the defibrillator. If somebody they get a heart attack, when I don't see say they breathe anymore, when I go shock them and wait until the ambulance come. But how effective we ambulance system na SALONE? There are so many things where we need for let we improve on with people there. We they lost young people there. We they lost people there where get ideas for do things. We get people that were good in things, but just because they neglect their health, because they don't know what thing that they suffer from, don't make we don't lose so many people then. Do ya wanna help we let we do something? Let we get big billboards where we talk about 999 calls or wait somebody wetin happen in emergency, wetin person for do. Let we go na schools and teach pikin dem. If you meet somebody don collapse na a road, wetin you for do? If you not do no intervention, just keep that person comfortable, you know, e good. But you go see, this person just for down. One person hold the hand, one person hold the other hand, one person hold the foot, the other person hold the other foot. If na bleeding, you don't get na in brain. The moment una don't begin move am, una just make the situation worse for her. You know, it just a worse for her because it will begin bleed now more before una reach at the hospital, you don't die. And SALONE also we not good for do postmortems. Once you don't die, you dey wonder if I go bury am. Now pay you dey go pay money say una do postmortem. I really know wetin do this me papa wey die or this me mama wey die. We don't do that because we don't have the resources. So what we dey try for do now for educate people there. Let them embarrassing and deadly situation and they not happen to the way and then not streets because nobody not go able for do anything for them. Pass or video them and put it on social media. I mean I be the first person will reach there. We'll see where that person for them in knocking head, in mouth bend, in peace by itself, in do this. Me not the first person will video. That's all we care about. Where we see them kind of situation and they because we not get a clue waiting the person they go on. We not get a clue waiting for do. For even just hissing head if lapade una putting head under. Even people where they suffer fit, where they suffer from epileptic fit, you go see that they fit people that now the video instead of say, oh, let me see dollar only eight left for bang in eight na the cement. No, now for tina the video first. All man one put that picture there on social media, which is not good. Try save that person their life. If we ambulance system therefore improve, by the time way they do that intervention, therefore they buy time for them for let the ambulance can take her. So like where Mr. Momo say, 90% of all strokes now from this hypertension. So if you know say you got hypertension, you know say one day if you not take care of yourself, you go suffer stroke. And if you suffer stroke, if you not die, you they become a burden to you people then. You become a liability. That's ending now. The small thing where you not been get or waiting people that not been get now they go to us for me they're able for take care of you, buy medicine for you. At the end of the day, you not get for improve because you know they get no treatment way related to stroke. Then what's going to happen to you? Eventually you get for die after going through so many strains after you people that don't lost all the money for treat you, but you can't treatment all day. The one way for heat. Who side the sick day? The treatment not day. So do ya if they tell you say you get hypertension, take care of yourself. Drink your medicine, not wean yourself off the medication. Drink the medicine properly. You got any problem, go to your doctor. If the doctor says something, now they talk to you the way you want they talk to you. Sit down there because you're not private patient, you they pay them, they go give you audience. Not say, hey, me that man they are afraid that where you go just now, where you ask about question where they holler by you. You they pay for the services because you know I go connect hospital when are free. You want to go outside they pay, and when you pay for any private service, you supposed to get them to the fullest. So not afraid you doctor once you they pay. Yeah? If you win I so the GP that they get time where they get for you, where you go by the time where you say what you want, say they don't make the prescription, they say no, I know if you finish it. So put your prescription down. I know they tire every day, but now this account with today, and you got for listen to me. You listen to me, we'll talk done before they make prescription for me for go take medicine. I don't even tell you wait say I don't come for you, don't make right Panadol for me. If na me head the heart, I can go buy paracetamol na chemist, you know. So all the doctors are all over are the same. They not get time na the hand, but you go make like your doctor get time for you. So today we will talk about diabetes as a silent killer. This CK 90% of people that way they suffer stroke, where you see that they work out, their hand bend, so they want foot don't die, their whole walking stick, now hypertension. Now they cause that or high blood pressure. So do you allow we take care of we safe? If you drink rum, you get hypertension, stop for drinking because you know they give you no good. If rum not be done at this world, all man go live happily. If cigarette not be done at this world, all man go live happily. But then bring all them here for let people then drink and let them get more healthcare problems, let them die or let them pay the one away. Then they make the alcohol, they know they drink, and then they make the cigarette and they smoke. And who that they suffer parenting here, all now with people that will not get nothing. You small money where you get, you know, if you're able to feed your family with that, they forget 3 square meals, now the emergency you they buy. And if you're not the breadwinner of the family, you're not the papa, you go get hypertensive stroke, you foot down that, you hand on that. Nobody know they can take care of you picking. So remember that the way you don't begin born picking, you risk now this life here don't increase. You need for take care of yourself, you need for be healthy, for me you take care of your family. Now that day we they talk about it, they say hypertension now one of the sickness what they call silent killers. Some people go suffer the stroke, they not even get no symptoms. They not they get headache, they not they get nothing. It just it happen to them. Some man it will happen to them in the street, some might go happen to them in a bathroom. But who people them? Yeah, that is called preeclampsia, one of the greatest killer for our pregnant women and their children. Yes, I said to preeclampsia back na pregnancy induced hypertension. We're very bad again. And then they cause lots of deaths in a salon. Because this woman get belly, and now go for go men and go do in blood pressure where it don't reach like 24 weeks of gestation. And not do that, they just like the diabetes back. Diabetes they when pregnancy induced again when gestation of diabetes. So when woman get belly, it go get high blood pressure when at the belly they bring come. It go get diabetes when at the belly they bring come. But all get for be treated. The preeclampsia will happen when you get belly, you get that. When you get belly, you get hypertension. If they not treat that hypertension there, you go born. The pain where you get when you go born as a woman, it will make you blood pressure go up. The stress where you get from that pain there, the childbearing pain, it will make you blood pressure go up. If you don't get the hypertension now, it will just make you suffer from preeclampsia where you go into fit, then you lost consciousness, you picking out your belly self, now so you not go get oxygen for you, then something bad happen to now too. Hypertension in pregnancy is also an issue that leads to serious complications. Now true, Myra, now they say, so woman and they where they get a belly, they then get preeclampsia, where they go for go born. So say you not get money for go hospital for go born. Now to one granny, the body granny no say get high blood pressure. The granny go just say push, the pekina they come on, now so the woman in your stress level go high, now so the blood pressure they high, they go into fit. It begin get epileptic fit, then it lost consciousness. And if you lost consciousness, you know they breathe. That midwife when you go walk to that birth attendant at the community, you know no self waiting they happen to you. You lost consciousness for some time, you know they breathe, you pick they get oxygen inside you. Now so they go tell you say the woman don't die, the pikin self don't die. Some people now they go hospital because as they go in that condition, then they go say, where the money wanna bring? We not go do this, we not go do that. So at the end of the day, now they could get high mortality rate in pregnancy. Now SALONE, one of the things, apart from the bleeding, the hypertension, when are the preeclampsia and the gestational diabetes, they kill boku with pregnant women in a SALONE. But again, we're not able for say statistics because we know they do post-mortem and not all women they go for go born na hospital. Someday they get a granny then at the corner, and then they go born. The granny not say you get diabetes, you pick it up, so all the glucose na your body, it don't fat too much. It go just tell you for push. So I know they for push. Now that you go there and say you stress, you begin stress, you self stress, una or two perish. Thank you, Mama. Keep up the good work. Prevention better than cure. Thank you, Nima. I hope you're recovering from that death. We wish you well from VOS, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Yeah, so today we will talk about heart attack is another topic. Yes, Amara. Yeah. So if you want for present with me anytime, just get to VOS and tell them you do your own notes, I do my own notes, because you're really helping. You know, it's really good when people tune in and give their own opinion or give their own know-how on what we're talking about. You know, I always stand to be corrected because, like I said, I'm a nurse, I'm not a doctor, but I read around these things and I just want to educate our people. You know, heart attack again, yes, that other thing down there again, where you they get again from the same hypertension. You know, so that the back will lead to all other complications. So Now this we they do, una tune in, una share the video, let people that know what we dey talk about. Hypertension, they call it silent killer because some people then go suffer the stroke, they go get heart attack, they go get this cerebral hemorrhage, they don't know say self they get the high blood pressure. Some people they know at all. They know say they get this high blood pressure because they know they check. Now they check. What is the causes of heavy breathing, positive or negative? You get for clarify this further because I don't know where you say what causes heavy breathing, positive or negative. I don't know when we talk about breathing and something for do with your lungs them. Like now when this COVID day, the people that will get COVID, then they get that breathlessness, when they claim stairs and they breathe heavily because their lungs and they suffer now. So people that way they SALONE way we go say go suffer from heavy breathing. It go be saying that people that way they suffer from lung problem, people that the way they smoke, people that way they smoke then get this condition where they call chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, when has something for do with their lungs them. So you go see somebody they walk herself in a straight line, another claim step, but you go see where they breathe, they gasp for breath, now something for do with in lungs them. So if you dey smoke, you get for stop down and once you begin feel down the people that they again they get shortness of breath because they get asthma. If then they run a place where cold because that's something for do with their lungs again, they go get that breathlessness or that heavy breathing. But I don't really know in relation to what you they ask say what they lead to heavy breathing. But me know say like this COVID time, lots of people don't suffer from that heavy breathing because their lungs don't be compromised. The COVID don't enter their lungs and they don't do some damage there. Or people that will get lung diseases or even lung cancer, or people that will get when they smoke, they don't get that COPD what I talk about. Yeah, I hope so that they answer your question. Yeah, so when they talk about salt intake, we say that people that reduce their salt intake. Shade, you're a specialist in your bits for the community. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Nima Myra. Yeah, so this is what we do. We just want to raise awareness. Let the people that know what they do and how they're able to prevent themselves. Because prevention is better than cure. If you get sickness, you don't know but now one thing and they will go kill you. If you know but again, you not do something, it kill you now that and then you self you get for blame. Because you go say, I don't want to be sitting on TV, be talk say boku salt's not fine. If you don't know more they eat salt, and the one worse, some people then they go meet you don't cook, you don't suffer, you don't cook your food, you put it on a table for them. The first way they not for add salt, they not take some, then just take the raw salt, then put them back. For add salt, you just make your arteries and they harden, we go make the blood they find it difficult for cancer the heart, because the heart you get 4 chambers. All the blood where they come, you get for full of the chambers and they begin come out now, go waka now, all the side away you blood for waka. If they arteries and they don't block, or you get lots of cholesterol, or you get lots of fat inside there, you get cholesterol, you get blocked arteries, you know they help yourself. Now many people that can go sleep overnight, they're not wake again. But at the end of the day, they don't shoot her with which gun. Or now inmates don't do something, or don't go keep people with now so happen, or don't go keep people man that this happen to her. Everybody gets story way down a salon, but people that need for take responsibility for their own health, because health is wealth. If you don't get nothing, now the guys you get for it every day with sardine, you not get hypertension, you not get diabetes, you not get a lung problem, you not get no cancer, you well. Than a big gentry where you not go able for pay for at all. So we they beg people that let them take care of themselves. Like what we they talk about the salt, we they talk about palmine, we they talk about things that will make you put on weight. Because when you put on weight, now one thing that the way you put on weight, when you really obese, will go make you get lots of problem. Even things like arthritis, bone problem, where you need they hurt you, you join there or they hurt you. If you get too much weight on, you will get all them problems then they. So they beg people that for let them take care of themselves. Like eating, what's you for eat? When we say healthy eating, eat lots of fruits. If orange there, eat orange, mango. We get so much fruits that SALONE, all are organic. They put fertilizer by you popotic. You know they put fertilizer per you mango tick. You know they put fertilizer per you banana tick. All things they grow naturally. Now we call organic. Yeah, if you go to any shop and tell you say this banana na organic, it there one time and half pass the one we go buy way then go grow anyhow with enhancement. So we everything we go in Africa, whether they put we cash crops there or the fruits there we get, they now they put no fertilizer panel. So that then are the pure organic thing now you they eat. So do ya things about all the it's lots of fruits and vegetables. If you have after saying that, I know say if you go to market you want buy carrots, na big money you get forget so. You want buy fresh tomatoes, na boku money. Runner beans, na boku money. Even the salad leaf, cucumber, you get forget money. So sometimes then the one way well to do now that you go see a salad grown on a supermarket, they go buy the lettuce, they buy the cucumber, they buy the tomato, then they go make the salad. But hey, the salad back then they go make. They get baked beans, then they put luncheon meat, then get egg, then get all things. So down they know more the calories the way down they get it too much. All you need for doing is just a small crispy salad, you lettuce, you tomato, you cucumber. You know, you eat that then close so you rest. That's not a mixed diet you don't eat. Eat more of whole grain. You see that with walrus eat good. Walrus good for we. Eat fish. If you're able to afford that fish with the oil, like then salmon, you know, if you eat that day outside you don't eat your fruits and vegetables, you eat proper grains, like you eat the walrus, you change the walrus for the Chinese rice, the white rice. Because that white rice they back, it make you put on weight. So let me do the small thing. And chicken, I don't see the same chicken they will get England and get on a SALONE. That chicken there, some people in a SALONE they cook all with the skin. If you pull that chicken, then the skin come up on her. You see how much fat they pan her. You pull all that fat there with the nerve where you get. Then you don't pull the fat. But some people then they cook that chicken there. Just because they want more beef or they want more sweetness, then they cook all that chicken there with the skin and all that fat the way that chicken get. You see how it lays, how the chicken can get the fat pan and so pass you scrape out with the nerve. If you cook all that fat there, it go now your body. You said I say they go to line now your body. It go fence away inside they go sit down back. That same fat there. So always clean your chicken. I know say some people that go they laugh me say look this woman. That sweet skin they now make a pull, but if you pull and for me yourself get wet body. So now make what they say today, the food way they eat, the tea way they drink, the way you live your life, now make you they get all them sick here. So hypertension are a silent killer. If they kill you, you know they know. Now they call it silent. If they can't serve you know they hear yourself. It can't take your life away from you. If they give you medicine, they cannot win yourself off that medicine. If you're able to afford them, buy them. If now the substandard ones, if we're not to the way come on England, still buy something go there inside it, we go help you small with the hypertension. Do ya now left for the give which people them bad name? Say now which man, a medicine, a this, because lots of people will something do there. I know they say you know they exist though. I know they say that they put medicine for passing. I know they say which man are they. I know they say which gun are they. But something and they way. You get for do the thing where you supposed to do before you say this now which gone on at this. Because if you drink alcohol moderately, you eat healthily, you do moderate exercise, you not smoke, you eat properly, you eat your fruits and vegetables, you will live a healthier life. Where it let you get the sick self, you go able for control them. Because some sickness now you don't get that, you know they go how it come, but you go able for control them. So now that's what they talk about. See, they do they appeal to people that were in our offices. We not try help with people that with health education. SALONE needs health education. Now schools them, now secondary schools them, now primary schools them, because if we begin teach them picking and they where they're small, say now this good for them. We introduce sports to them. We do more things. Give them more equipment for doing PE. That's so then they get interest in sports. Then we go get a healthy nation. Look at people where they work right now. We get people in our offices them. Then just they cut out and die. No apprentice, not be there, they will go carry on with it and do. So that person, that trade or whatever knowledge you get, you don't die with them. Look at we armed forces, we police forces. We can go free time, friends of diabetes, we they go to police stations then. We find out say lots of people then diabetic, they're hypertensive. So what kind of workforce do we have? Well, half of the workforce then sick with then silent killers here. They get diabetes, they get hypertension. What thing will happen? If thief man they run self, how many of we police officers then go both say they go chase that thief man for a mile down the road? Because they're not healthy. As they run small, they go begin breathe. Some of them belly too big because they don't drink so much beer. The belly big. And when you get that kind of belly, they even na problem back because your organs are all covered with fat. You're not able to do anything. So do ya hypertension, it they kill. If they prescribe medicine for you, begin come. If you're able to afford healthy eating, do that. And do mindful eating. Not eat where your attention they all side. Sit down, you eat your food, you enjoy them. Now one thing down the back, people that they eat fast. We self where they now, so it's all that we computerized. You get time where they eat, you get time where they drink, you get time quick because you get for go find this queen in head. But when I salon, I get that time they follow on sit down and eat una food in peace and eat una food with that kind of enjoyment, the way the food will mean something to you. So dear, would they appeal to people that let them take care of themselves? They died also boku from this non-communicable disease then. They died on boku, especially the hypertension and the diabetes. Every year, the case that they increase and we know they do nothing. We government know they do nothing for we. We know they got the health education what we need. Small picking. Adolescents, teenagers, middle-aged people, and then just they die senselessly in a salon because the education not there. No, we try and educate to people there. We glad the way this COVID don't come, not overwhelming our country because maybe half of the population before go. Imagine over 500,000 people down in the US. UK would not pass maybe 120 something. People don't die. Other countries then a number pass down there. Imagine if that sickness being reached in salon, it really get hold of people that wait to before do. So now God no more sorry for in people them. Because I know people that we believe God bad. Somebody go cancel if you do something, you say God day. Whatever happen, I know say God day. You pass, you go. Now that they carry you forward. But some sickness, God not there, you need for do something. You need for protect yourself. You need for follow the rules of that sickness. You get for know the complications. You get for know that you risk factors. And this hypertension, like what they say, the risk now one, you as a black person, you there as risk of them already. Then if you get family history of hypertension, you get that risk there already. Then your lifestyle. If you know they eat fruits, you know they eat vegetables. Now for so the yes no more. Fufu, you know they eat anything way healthy. You cause that trouble there by yourself. Alcohol, smoking, all them things in that money no more you they waste. Cigarette not get anything for do with you. Alcohol, yes, it's social. You go sit down with your party, then you take 1-2 beer, fine. But when you make out your food, you drink that money, you drink even you drink that net, then it becomes a problem. Let me take care of yourself. Because nobody not going to take care of you, how you going to take care of yourself. And if you not take care of yourself and your family, nobody not they do that day. And you being woman, being man, you're not the head of your family. You need for take care of your family. Make sure say they get roof over their head, they're healthy. If they're sick, you able for provide for them the hospital care where they need. Just like as we government responsible for making citizens and be healthy. If not so that they ten go reach, we workforce them, they're not able to do anything because they all get the NCDs their way they kill them. We picking them back, they grow up, then they forget all the sick here so either they don't inherit it from the parents them or their own lifestyle self is as bad as the parents them. where it get for be a vicious circle. It just go round and round. What's it happen to Papa? Now it don't happen to this speaking. What's it happen to that name Mama? Now itself don't happen to her. What's it happen to uncle? Now it don't happen to her. Now that circle they will go with on and on and on and on. Then it becomes a never-ending story. But we will they listen today. We will they do this. Then we continue. If you did not the diaspora, you did into healthcare, do your way you go, you small environment where you did. Raise awareness of the NCDs here. Tell people they have to take care of themselves. If you get diabetes, you get small so food, go hospital. Treat that food day. Control your blood sugar. If they tell you you get hypertension, let them cook you your small food. Avoid the salt. Avoid the alcohol. Avoid smoking. You go live long. For me, you enjoy what you don't suffer for. People that are SALONE, they suffer too much. For them, just for them, they die like 4. Then they suffer too much. Manage your way. Like I said just now, I don't really see like boku people that are SALONE get weight problem. Because all man they yagba. Some man they always see doctor and go fen and then they fen till even till they can't lead us. So outside body they. Body not go sit down. But we need for do something. The government need for do something for we people then. They need for do health education. We need health education at SALONE. For everything, we need health education. Do ya? May we try. If they mark medicine for you, me advice now where they give. Forget the high blood pressure, maybe not so your fault. You don't get them from you papa or you mama. But if you don't get them, you know how they kill you. You know how it left you disabled. Hand die, foot die, lost your speech. Take your medicine. Eat healthy. Do moderate exercise. Alcohol consumption moderately. Cigarettes, no go area. You go able for live long and take care of yourself and your family. So on that note, if you not get any other apostle will come in, I go want for say today we don't talk about hypertension on Voice of SALONE network. When this what they do for raise awareness of people that are mama SALONE. Then get something what they call paddy business. Share this talk with your paddy. I be here today what they talk about hypertension. Share this one with your wife. Do ya? Sometimes you can cook the plastic can get salt. Do you reduce the salt for we? Salt good for we, not get me wrong. Again, if you don't eat salt, you dey get this gege. Because salt get iodine when I dey work with it with thyroid gland. If you lack salt, you go get a goiter where instead nothing way very bad. And the ambog if you get hyperactive thyroid, and the ambog then you get that gege pass and go pull up. But in moderation, the salt will not they say no eat her. Just eat Maggi. Other than making you temporary tired, you should, okay, if you're not a diabetic, as the body will use the glucose it needs as store the unused glucose as glycogen. Okay. If you're not a diabetic self, when you eat too much glucose, what's in the happen? The glucose they go store na your liver. Now that I understand. When the glucose goes store na your liver, then it will release a small. But if you boku there, it will release a fast for me itself in your bank not over full. The liver will pull and quick. It release a quick judge. Hey, welcome back. How are you? The liver go release a quick and how they release and so your body they crave for the insulin for work with the glucose you liver they release. So with that the back, if it happen too much, your pancreas go tire, it go be damaged. You see? So diabetes will make you tired, of course, because the sugar when you don't eat, the glucose for going to you cells them, from where you get energy, you know they go now you cells them, it they left like your blood. The waka na your blood they cause damage to you nerves them. So now that they make you the tire. But on an ideal day where you eat, you get enough insulin in your body. That insulin now the key Where they get all the glucose and put it inside your cells them, then you get energy. But for somebody where diabetic and you know they control them, you know they get energy, you always tired. When I make tiredness now one of the symptoms of diabetes. You always tired, you lethargic, you know they communicate. No, no, salt increases your risk for seizure, but too much of it is more dangerous. Yeah, so yeah, you dey say if you eat too much salt, it dey increase your risk for make you get them fit, and then too much of are more dangerous. Yeah, too much salt they make you arteries and they harden. They harden you arteries the way they make the blood ask for pass, then you get high blood pressure. Now make they say that people that reduce their salt intake, especially for people that will even get the hypertension now. Therefore, just avoid salt. But you can still eat them, but no more in moderation. But for yourself, when you get the hypertension, you get for go easy on your salt intake because all that they make the blood pressure now they be controlled. Then you go suffer the stroke. Yeah, so as I been say, I be just they try for conclude now. I say if we not get any other person where they come in with any other one, then just talk about the glycogen where I don't explain. Glycogen are the end products of the glucose where you eat food where you get. But sometimes you liver can store some of the glycogen where tomorrow it will be energy for you. Like when sportsman and kidney glucose say they want get energy. You liver go store some of that there for you. But again, if you not use them, it turn to fat. Then you get fatty liver where itself na another sickness. But if you buckle again, it will soar, it will release that inside your body quick. Your body self they try for work with the insulin for car, work with that glucose there, then your pancreas itself will be destroyed. Palm oil has a lot of health benefits. It is bad when consumed with animal products like beef. I know. So what will they talk again? Meat, the red meat consumption. Why make Anoki really talk a lot about meat while they talk about healthy eating? But because I know say like the majority of people that way we get at salon, not so people that we not like really them bad meat eater way like every day and therefore for eat meat. One is expensive. The average person not able for afford for buy beef every day na salon. You know, the gentry people that oh yes. But then now when they're sick, they get sorry and they go treat them. But what do they do so now for talk to the general populace, but more we people that will not get that upper hand for go do something. Per mind, yes, they say get lots of health benefit, like I say no more, but in moderation. But because if you eat them plenty, it go back, it go clog your arteries there for you. Because look how per mind day where eating up. It is sleep. Olive oil, they say now very good, but how much of it we get? The olive oil they see in a salon, I don't see much olive oil at salon people when they eat. The olive oil I see in a salon are the one where they care go to church for go pray for rub. But if you eat olive oil, now the best oil for it, olive oil. It's very good for it. Now the Mediterranean people that you see them, they're not a fat, so because their food all gets olive oil. They're not they cook with palm oil or coconut oil. They're not olive, they're the olive seed itself. Now they the oil they come out. So now one of the healthy oil then now the whole world olive oil. If not in the way you go afford not to for just go and go to church, then they pray pana, you rub them. If you take the one way for it, you eat that they better pass granite oil, it better pass corn oil. Sorry, it better pass the vegetable oil when they sell mazola oil. If you eat olive oil, I think say that they better for you. On that note, I go on wine now. I don't know if anybody want for ask a last question. Yeah, but today we talk about hypertension, the silent killer. Do ya? You get hypertension from your family. You go get them because of your lifestyle. Lifestyle, I mean the way you they eat. You know, they eat fruits and vegetables. You just they eat less. You they eat too much salt. You they drink too much alcohol. You stress levels. Boku that thing and the way they make you get this high blood pressure. But do ya, in case the doctor you say you get up, no win yourself off your medicine. Remember the stroke where you they get where you get hypertension. Do ya, you know one get stroke. You know how they handle your foot down. And we appeal to the government. Let them help you. We get lots of health education. Now we get things that way people then go read and see say yes, this thing here so it dey. Let we get board billboards, let we get signboard the way they talk about, then see care we say they talk about. So when people then go, they read and then say, this thing here na so it bad, I go take me 10. Do you make we do that day? I dey pray say next week we able for come back with more education and then silent killer also for we people them. We want for even talk about the Ramadan now and how people then they eat, people then they die and they sleep, whether they cut fast because then they eat too much and they get diabetes, they don't know. So by the grace of God, next week we want for talk about that day again. Anytime when they talk about hypertension, we they talk about diabetes. Because then two then they are the one Mrs. and Master where they work at. When you get hypertension, if you not take them, the diabetes they set in just because of the clogged arteries, the way your body they work now. Vice versa, anywhere where you get the other one can join. And if you get that 2 day, imagine one gets all the risks there. If you get two, you're not just time bomb where they ready for explode anytime. Wait, I mean, you're not just possible way they wait for get either a diabetes stroke or a hypertensive stroke, and that ain't not fine for you. Do ya? So let we take care of ourselves until I see you again next week. By God in power, I will say we wait fast. Let God give you the courage for go on and keep the month holy. The one that we don't pass, let God give them good road and grant and jana. And the one that we in a sick bed today, let God put in hand on them, let them well. The one we not in time, let not punish, let God give them good road. I tell you now, all thank you for joining. I hope for see you again next week. From me and the VOS family, I say bye-bye to you now until we see again. Bye-bye. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Salome Heights. I am the host for the health show on Voice of SALONE Network. We are making this clip to tell all our viewers that we are healthcare professionals, nurses working for the NHS in England. We are not medical doctors. We're here to raise awareness of all non-communicable diseases. Example of them is diabetes, hypertension, the cancers, and all other health issues that we know are affecting our people. We are not here to prescribe. We are not here to diagnose. We're just here to tell people about some diseases so that when we tell them about the signs and symptoms, they'll be able to watch out for these signs and symptoms and go to their medical doctors or their healthcare providers. The videos we play are taken from YouTube, where everybody goes to look for information. They are not ours. So with this, I just want people to know that all we're doing here is raising awareness of these diseases, because not all of our people can go on YouTube and access the information. Thank you very much for watching us, and please continue to watch us, because you will learn how to take care of yourself, because health is wealth.